Morning everybody. So today we're going to be replacing, or actually moving, that sprinkler. As you can see, it's sticking up above the ground a little bit, and every time I take the lawnmower through here, it ends up breaking that that sprinkler off, and I'm just getting tired of replacing those fittings. And part of the reason for the breakage is because of this machine, which weighs about 500 pounds, maybe 550. So the way it lines up with the tires is that sprinkler lines up almost perfectly with that tire right there. So plastic versus steel, plastic loses every time. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use this funny pipe. You can get this stuff pretty inexpensively. I think it's maybe 20 bucks for this 100-foot roll. So last my grandkids for the rest of their lives, most likely. So what we can do, we're also going to drop the height of that sprinkler down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig that out. I'm going to dig out around the sprinkler. I'm going to move it to the center of that walkway so it doesn't line up with any of the wheels of the mower. And I'm also going to sink it down a little bit. So I'm going to use one of these. Let me put the camera down. One of these little elbows here. So this piece goes into the funny pipe, this piece will screw into the T that's buried into the ground. And that'll allow me to set the depth to anything I want. So I'm going to dig a bit of a trench and then we'll resume. Alright, so I got a little hole dug here. This is where the old sprinkler was coming out from. This is the T in the sprinkler line. You can see how high up it is. Close to the surface of the ground. That's what's causing part of the problem. So I'm going to screw this little T fitting in there, not elbow fitting for funny pipe. And I don't recall if I mentioned, but you can get all these parts on Amazon. I mean, this is just you can also get them at Lowe's and Home Depot. These are just little funny pipe adapters. So it just screws into this T right here. Blow that out a little bit, it's a little dirty. Always nice to have a garden hose on hand when you're doing this type of stuff. So screw this in here. Aim it about that way. Have our sprinkler right about here. Let's screw the other end, another one of those fittings, into the sprinkler. So, and then we'll cut a section of funny pipe to match it. We just cut it using standard PVC cutters like these. Again, also Lowe's, Home Depot, that sort of thing. Just gotta find the end here somewhere. Hopefully I don't create a mess for myself here and unravel this whole spool. Where is the end? Here we go. On this side. So we don't need very much pipe here. Maybe about 8 to 10 inches. Let's try. Let's cut off a section. We can always trim it down. There we go. And this stuff just sort of gets shoved onto the end of these fittings. You don't need to use any connectors or anything. It's just a push connection. Something like that. So I'll cut this about here. Just shove it on there like so. This allows me to set the depth a lot lower, so if the mower does run over it, it's not the end of the world. Wash my hands off. Now what we'll do is we'll give it a quick test. Make sure nothing blows apart. Just getting my cell phone. I got a nice IoT sprinkler set up here, so I can actually turn the sprinklers on from my cell phone. Saves a lot of water, and it's really good for testing stuff too. Just gotta find the app. There we go. The system that I'm using is called a rain machine, but there's a lot of them out there. And of course it's asking me for my password. Thought we went through this already. I'll be right back. Alright, so I got my password. Gotta love technology. So this is kind of what the app looks like. I don't know how well you can see that, but shows you how much watering you've done and how much rainfall there is and whatnot. It's kind of cool. Anyway, one of the beautiful things is I can tell it to start any zone I want right from here. So this is going to be the southeast corner. I'm going to hit play. See what. So start. We'll see what direction this spray's in. Should be starting now. Whoops. Wrong zone. Southwest. Southeast. Got my east and west confused. There we go. You can kind of see that coming alive now. Alright, so I'm going to shut it off. I don't want to get soaking wet here. But that's about what we want to see. Now we just got to backfill it. Set the height, and I think we're good to go. Alright, so we're all backfilled. I'll probably have to add a little bit more dirt to this, but as you can see, that was a pretty quick repair, or pretty quick job. And quite honestly, working on sprinklers is probably one of the easiest things you can do around the house. There's not much to it, and even if you mess up, the worst you're going to have is a water leak when the sprinklers are on. It's pretty easy to fix. Now, one thing I could do if I wanted to add further protection is they make these little sprinkler donuts. Let's see, do I have any around here? I don't have any spares, but you can kind of see one buried in the dirt right there, that round thing. That fits around the sprinkler. It's designed to be higher than the sprinkler itself, so that if something does run over the sprinkler, like a lawnmower, it doesn't cause a huge problem and break the sprinkler off. So let's crank it back up and adjust the spray direction. Oh, of course, we're aiming the exact opposite direction we want to be aiming in. So I'm going to stop it and rotate it. Some of these you can rotate the whole stem. Some of these are more complicated and require a special tool. Trying not to get everything dirty here. I already got some mud on my phone. Let's crank it up again, see how that looks. That's a bit better. Now what we'll do is we'll adjust the spray pattern. Now when I buy sprinklers, I buy ones that are adjustable, and all you have to do is kind of rotate the head here. They're a couple dollars more, but they save a lot of time. Then you don't have to stock 90-degree sprinklers, 180-degree, 360. You just rotate the head to be whatever it needs to be. So that's probably about the pattern we're looking for. Get all my tools wet. But I can rinse them off in the sprinkler. Kind of nice. And I had them on a 1-minute automatic timer, which is why they just shut off. So that's about that. I'm just gonna add a little bit of dirt and this job will be done.